paradise again, and I'd like to tell you about my angel story, one of the angels, my earliest angel story. As I said, I was talking to spirit guides and angels when I was just tiny, and the invisible people my parents didn't agree with. So I put it aside for a long time. When I was 11 years old, my father said that the next little horse that was born would be mine, so I would have the next colt. And he came down the hill from the barn one day and he said, "Oh, a beautiful little stallion's been born, and he's all white. He's just beautiful. Come on, let's see him." So we walked out into the pasture and we saw this magnificent little creature. And my dad said, "You can name him, you can train him. He's your horse." And of course, this was the first horse. I'd had ponies before, but never a horse. This was my dream come true. And so that night I went to bed with so much excitement about being with my little new horse. And there was thunder and lightning in the night. And I slept well, and my dad came into my room that next morning and he said, "I'm so sorry, honey, your colt died in the night." Mm-hmm. And in my household, we didn't cry or show much emotion to each other. So I have 3 brothers and a very strong father. So we didn't really cry a lot, but I needed to cry, and I knew that. So I dressed and went up into the hills and into the pastures and into nature, which I always found as such a comfort to me. And I was crying. And all of a sudden, such a comfort came over me. I'd never felt such a comfort in my life, and it was invisible. There was no one there. And I looked up, and there was a beautiful light, and in the light, there was an angel. And I was so excited because I was comforted, and I had such an evidential experience at 11. I ran down to the house to tell my mother. And I had seen these pictures in Sunday school. I had heard people talking just a bit about angels. And I was so excited with the comfort that I had received, the experience that I'd had. And so I ran in to tell my mother, and she dried her hands and came out, and she said, "I don't see anything out here. Please don't bother me with anything like this again." So I was very disappointed that the people in my life didn't want to talk about angels. But then, when I came to Lilydale, of course, everyone wanted to talk about angels, and everyone that had an angel story told their story. And then was the time that I was given permission again to speak with the angels, and I'm so grateful for that experience, to be amongst people who encourage each other to speak with the angels and know the beautiful comfort and peace and the messages of joy that we can receive from our angels. We'll be right back, so let's turn your dial now.
Hi, I'm Frank Takei.
And I'm Shelley Takei.
We are owners of Angel House, and we'd like to welcome you here and give you a tour of the place.
We have 9 rooms available for rent for one night or longer. And I think the unique thing about our house is each room has a theme. So we have rooms like the fairy room, the cherub room, the goddess room, the star and moon room, the Harry Potter room. And you can see all of these on our website.
Living in Lilydale is really interesting for us, mainly because we are here running Angel House, and we meet a lot of the guests who come here, and we enjoy the people that come to the Lilydale. There are also very interesting events going on constantly, and we enjoy participating in those occasionally when Angel House business allows us to do so.
I really enjoyed thinking about the themes of the rooms and decorating the rooms, and I think people enjoy it. We've literally had people who have come here and stayed in each room just to do that. And I think because people see it on the website, they'll call and they'll say, "Well, I really want to have room 6, which is the purple room, which is the cherub room," and we try to accommodate them if we can. But it was also fun to do, and a lot of times I find some of the things I need at Christmas and you can't get it any other time. So it's been an ongoing process for 15 years. How we know each other is that 45 years ago, Frank was actually my philosophy professor in college. So I got to marry my philosophy professor, and we've had a very interesting relationship. And over the period of time with our 3 children, I also got educated.
Shelley is, as she indicated, a student of mine. I've been at Clarion for more than 33 years. I taught philosophy. I have my PhD in philosophy from Pennsylvania State University. I also have earned a seminary degree at one time, thinking in terms of the ministry, but those plans were diverted and changed and went on to graduate school. And it was at that point that I went to Clarion and met Shelley, and has been one of the best choices and decisions and situations in my life.
So Frank encouraged me after our children were in school and I had more free time to get my PhD in transpersonal psychology and women's studies. And with a transpersonal orientation, always looking for tools that were very comprehensive and holistic. And so I was thrilled when we lived in Virginia Beach, which we retired there, and I discovered MARI, which is Mandala Assessment Research Instrument, and have been involved with that almost exclusively since I discovered it. One of the things we like about Lilydale is having people who are MARI teachers come back, and we have what we call a MARI Mind Meld, where everybody, inputs and further essentially researches the instrument and shares what they have. And I teach MARI through Lilydale, and I think it's a lot more fun to take MARI or any class at Lilydale than it is, say, just at a hotel in a city. So I always enjoy that, and I'm busy doing MARI related things at Lilydale.
Well, we've been in Lilydale for approximately 30 years. We enjoyed here because of the diversity of activities that's available, with workshops and hotels, of course, and guest house accommodations, and the services that are going on daily, various kinds of services that make it possible for individuals to experience mediumship activities. There's a cafeteria, there's a pagoda, outdoor eating place. There are a couple of gift shops in the area, and that pretty much indicates what we like about it.
I like it because, in addition to everything Frank mentioned, Lilydale was started by the Free Thinkers Association about 130 years ago, and I like it, I guess, because I've always considered myself a free thinker, a non-traditional thinker, and we always end up having fabulous discussions here. So we hope you enjoyed our tour of our house, and that you can come sometime and visit us and visit Lilydale.
Thank you for being with us, and goodbye.
Their parents are really very poor. They can't afford to provide, give all those things we need in our daily life. So we make, kind of sponsorship program through which we ask people to adopt a monk or young monks to, provide those things.
Right.
And let them study. Study. The sponsorship program is depend upon individual. Some people say, I would like to sponsor him 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, and sometimes things happen really very strange. 1 year, one has, sponsor, and they said, no, I cannot afford. So we don't have any complaint or something like this. We say thank you very much. So after 2-3 years, again that person appeared. No, I want to continue my sponsorship again. These kind of things happen in.
Yes.
Sure.
So those things directly goes to that monk and give all things whatever they need. It helps monastery
Right.
to if the other people's helping monks to giving those things, then monastery, if you are spending 5 rupees for one monk, if you are getting sponsor, then you do not need to give 5 rupees
Right.
for that monk. Instead of that, you can provide them good food. You can improve the quality of your food in monastery. This help to improve from other side, and also to give other facilities like giving free pencil, pens, notebooks, and some other materials too, and library materials. Have you been library?
Yes.
There you can go and just study and borrow books and so many things. This is the way how to.
Do you have a contact, a number, address?
Yeah,
anything?
of course you can contact directly Atlanta, either on base center. We have one address also, directly contact to monastery, and of course you can directly contact to the person to whom you are sponsoring. You
And-
can contact.
Do you have phone number, website?
If you come back
Not
up to
phone
the
number.
mandala,
Yeah.
we have the sponsorship
Yes.
forms.
We
They
can
have all
get
the
that down there,
pictures.
and then you
Yeah.
can put it on.
But there's
It's Chiron's, I always do that.
there's a section where there's a picture. You can take a picture of it where they have all the monks' pictures
Yeah.
and a little section of where to write and all these
Yeah,
things.
on that you can see the address also, where he born and where
Right,
he is staying
right.
and which house.
We had, when I wrote to him, I wanted to make a joke. Must be something about my personality. and I have a son. So the monk's picture, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but I looked at all the pictures and I wanted him. He's so cute. So we have his picture on the refrigerator. And I always told my children that he was the favorite son. I told my son he had to try harder because this is my favorite son. But I get along very well with my son, actually.
Of course.
Did you put on your makeup yet?
It's here on this product thing.
I see.
But just the jewelry.
How you doing?
She has a technical problem. Oh, she does. That's what she says. Oh, dear.
But I did, but you take a piece of white paper and you just put it in front of it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sometimes for blurs, and you have to refocus the lens, yeah. But I want to take some of your artwork.
Oh, goody.
I want to, if it's okay with you, and also I want to see if they drive the cart. I think that would be cute.
Caleb drove the cart up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I thought Shelley was going to teach them how to drive the cart. I wanted to see that.
I told them they can have the cart. So I have two. Either one is okay.
They were
Now,
You teach, okay?
I teach. Okay.
For the monks, I know.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for your wonderful.
Like you're going to take her.
You going to drive?
People.
Yeah,
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I call you now. Your new name is Forced Stomach. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
May I talk to you when we walk back?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
May I walk with you?
Yeah, sure, of course.
God, no, you're not.
Thank you so much. So
You're welcome.
Very delicious.
Good.
Thank
Good.
you so much.
That's nice to
That was
have on
awesome.
camera.
Yeah. Good.
I'm going to follow
I
him up
really
with the,
appreciate it.
golf cart thing. Oh, wow.
My golf cart's over here.
Uploading this to Facebook. That's why I'm always on this damn phone.
Be dead. He's true. He was being dead the other day. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
And I'll hear from you.
Oh
What
no.
happened? Did I?
Call him Lab saying, but you call him John.
No, no, no.
He stole your stuff.
We'll be back.
Okay.
Please,
Chefs,
safe journey.
they're taking chefs up.
Safe journey.
Here comes your ride.
Who is driving?
His other guy.
Very good. He's good. Look at Ricochet.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh.
Have a nice trip.
Oh, you're walking. Okay, bye-bye.
House till about 12:20, and this is my friend Loretto. She's from Baltimore.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
a
yeah, we did.
filmmaker
You're
and a
Ernest.
TV, she has a TV
Ernest
show.
and Frank. Frankly Ernest,
I'm
right?
frankly earnest. Yes, indeed I am.
I'll tell you that story tonight. Go
Okay.
ahead, say your thing.
So anyway, she left about 20 after 12, and she left, and then she came back like 2 minutes later, and she's like, "This is a good night to go to the stump. It's a full moon." So we went to the stump, and nothing was going on there. So then we were out, and I said, "Oh, we can find the Prince of Darkness. He's driving around."
I am usually
we went to the
out and
down
about.
to the gate, and they said you were here.
Yeah, I do my rounds, and then afterward I stop here and get fuel for the journey. My leaded beverage here.
Wow. Did you see that flash of light over there?
I did. I
What
don't know
was it?
That was. It could have been it didn't look like it would be a ghost orb. Just a flash.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the Prince of Darkness.
That's right.
Who is the Lilydale Night Guardian?
I am the guardian of Lilydale. I
Yeah.
am the Barney Fife of Lilydale Assembly. I am here to nip crime and nip it in the bud.
Meanwhile, he's Reverend Ron Skronsky.
His Serene Holiness.
Yes, and
that's
he's
right.
very spiritual and very wise. and
Thank
this is
you.
all
And I
just
only
an
had to pay her
act.
$5 to say that.
I got-
cheap.
And he's smart too.
My best advice to you is never lose the recipe for ice cubes and refrain from dying. If you can do that, you've done it all.
And your name
That's
is?
really good advice.
Ron Skoronsky.
Is that truly your name?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, his
okay.
name's
So we
Ron
got his
Skronsky,
real
right.
name. Okay.
And see,
Boy. I used to say.
she thought your name. She accepted Prince of Darkness, but when you said Ron Skronsky, she's like, "Is that
some-
really your name?"
He told me his name was Ernest.
Well, that's because we were.
He was being earnest. That was
we
the
were-
importance of being earnest.
That was the importance of being earnest. And there
Mm-hmm.
was, who was it? Guy called himself Frank. I said, "Well, you can be Frank. I'll be Ernest. Together, we'll be Frank and Ernest." So.
Oh, okay.
we
We have.
met Ron Skronsky, my sister and I.
Oh my God.
So long. Oh, 20
Easily.
more than 20 years
Easily.
ago. We were down there,
Yep.
and so we were like, "Well, what's your name?" Because we were having such a good talk, and he said, "Well, my name's Ron Skronsky, but everybody says when they hear that name, they say Ron Skronsky." So
Why does that happen everywhere?
It does happen everywhere.
it doesn't. See,
does.
I thought that was just
See,
our little memory.
No, dear, it's
Everybody's memory.
Yes, they used to call me Peckerhead Antichrist, but that's a whole other story. Yes, totally different story. Yes.
We're gonna get in trouble for talking.
No, it
But
seems
anyway,
it's a lovely evening.
Ron Skronsky. This is what you said to me that at the time was very profound.
Oh,
And you said, well, only 1 out of 10 people Shelley actually think. I remember I went, oh my God,
it's the truth.
that is profound. Nobody said that to me before.
We use 10% of our mentality, and
And
generally
only
speaking,
10%
About 10% of the world population have the
Jesus.
ability of being self-actualized thinkers. The rest are sheep.
It's one sage for every 90,000 people.
One what?
Sage.
Yeah.
One
I'm the sage. Are you part of my 90,000?
No, I
could
have
be,
my
you
own
could be.
90,000. And so does he.
Yes.
That's
And
it.
boy, is the restaurant bill big.
That's right. But they
I take
pay
them
for
out for a
us.
couple of bagels and a
We're shooting here at Angel House, and speaking of angels, Lilydale is a wonderful place to communicate with angels, with spirit guides, with deceased loved ones, with those that are called elementals. Some of you are knowing more about fairies and the divas of nature, and it's very, very strong here. We have a fairy trail here in Lilydale. We have several places, I call them vortexes, where we communicate very easily with the other world, with the other dimensions. And so the Forest Temple and the Inspirational Stump are two places that are very, very easy to communicate with the other worlds. And even back in the 1800s, that's how we discovered the Inspirational Stump. People were going back to this incredible tree that just seemed to make communication so much more easy. And we're here at the Angel House, and many people come here to stay in Lilydale and to begin their journey. And it is a place, it is a journey. Most people that come to Lilydale come back. It's a place to find yourself. It's a place to find your spirituality. It's a place to communicate with spirit.
And I have two sarcophagus, a male and a female, because that's what I do. That's what I try to do in my art and my life, is balance those two things. And she holds my spices. So. Fascinating. I'm trying not to talk, but I'm overwhelmed. And the male is useless. He doesn't have anything inside there. That's about right. My name is Danielle Lang, and I have a home in Lilydale. Shelley Takei's my sister. And I've just entertained the monks. There were 12 people for dinner, and such an honor to have them. And it all went well. I had a friend come up from Florida to cook for them, and he did a great job. So I've been coming to Lilydale since I was in high school. And once I started coming, I just kept coming. And then I knew I was going to be stationed in Meadville, PA, which is about 2 hours away. So I wanted very much to buy a home here, and I had a little house, and then Michelle and I bought a house together, and she was interested in having it be a rooming house, and I really wasn't, and this house came up for sale, and I was able to buy this house on the lake, and it's a beautiful house, and I love it, so this is like my second home. I'd rather be in Lilydale than anywhere else in the world, most of the time, so I'm very happy here.
And tell me about your art now.
I do two basic things. I paint and I do collage. My collages generally are a little irreverent. You have to read them. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of food for thought in them, humor. They're kind of feminine. Men don't always look real good in my collages, but hey, that's the way it goes. So, because a lot of them are called Eve Was Framed, and I just kind of go from that theme. Or Dark Wood to White Rose. They all of my work has the negative and the positive, the dark, the light, male, female, good, bad, evil, divine. In my next collage, I'll start with Lilith Lives as opposed to Eve Was Framed, which she was as well, but Lilith was really framed. Well, I've enjoyed meeting you, though. I think you're very interesting, and glad
I've
you're here.
enjoyed meeting you too.
Now here's this little symbol that they found. They said it was pornography, and actually it's just the feminine goddess that they once revered.
In the caves of Persephone is where they found that.
Yes. This is kind of hard to see, but it's a male-female thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of there's the serpents and.
Mm-hmm. So, get you two together, eat up this piece of tape. It was a great visit, and you two have been very generous with the monks and everything else.
It's been fun to meet you.
Okay.
Same here. Same here.
Hi, this is Patricia Price again, and I'd like to welcome you when you do get here. I hope that I am capable of being here and meeting you as you come, and we're going to wrap this up and tell you my website is www.patriciaprice. I'll be more than happy to see you. So many of us will be happy to see you here at the Angel House and here at Lilydale to explore and learn and find the truth and experience a healing, as so many do. So know that you are welcome when you come, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.